Well, I understand the mayor's and the city's position. However, I don't believe bringing that forth first and foremost to the negotiating table is the right thing to do. Um, and you all have heard the cliche is not what you say, but how you say it.
Absolutely.
So that's what I believe. So I wouldn't come to the table saying, well, you're under this contract to 2027. And I'm not going to point fingers because I wasn't there at the table when those discussions happened. And I know, it's hard to say, it's easy, I should say, to point the fingers and say you should have done this or said this. So I wasn't there, but I would not bring to the table the contract and say you're under the contract until 2027. I would not start the discussions in that manner. No, it'll definitely be at top of my list for several reasons. One, timing. Time is going to go by fast, and we need to start these negotiations now. Secondly, the very top of my list is job creation and supporting small business. But the catalyst for that is going to be the raise. The two biggest things we have here in St. Pete is the raise and the arts. So I think again, it's easier to work with what we have to build upon that versus trying to create something new, trying to create a new wheel, if you will. Um, so definitely the raise will be at the top of the list to work with them, make sure that they're going to stay here. Again, I'm also looking long term, our kids and grandkids. Absolutely. Being able to say that we have a Major League Baseball team here. We look forward to them winning the World Series one day. And again, I just know that we can build upon that as far as bringing tourists here. Even I would like to see we need a convention center here in the city of St. Petersburg. I think that's something that we can, combine with the stadium. There's a lot that we can do and build upon having a raise here. Well, honestly, I think everyone should have some skin in the game. Everyone will benefit in some form or fashion. And I think there are things that we can do to look outside of the box. I don't want to put the burden solely on the taxpayers, definitely not. I will honestly look at that as a last resort. I'll try to see what initiatives we can make happen without using taxpayers' dollars. Obviously, that's not always going to happen. But matter of fact, I just had a discussion with a gentleman last night that I'm looking forward to looking into. Apparently, there might be a possibility of helping build a new stadium without taxpayer funds if we look at doing it from a solar system standpoint. There are some federal dollars that we might possibly be able to bring down. And again, that's something I believe I bring to the table, my relationships, having worked as a outreach director for a congressional member. Talking with them, seeing what kind of relationships we can build and possibly bring some funds here if we're looking to build a stadium that is innovative and using solar technology, that we can possibly bring in some federal dollars and even bypass the state in making that happen. So I think there's some things that can be done. You just have to work hard at it. Nothing's going to come easy. Well, I think first and foremost, I believe that most of the citizens here in St. Petersburg want to keep the race here. I think quite often we have a lot of the same goals. We have some of the same views and ideas of what we like to see happen. A lot of the discussion and debate comes in how to make that happen. So that being said, I think it's real important right now. We have an off-year election that a lot of people don't pay attention to. It's going to be real important who people vote into office to help push this agenda forward, because that's where the talks are going to start. As we stated earlier, it's little that the individual can do to actually keep the race here. That's going to start with the city council and the mayor. The onus is going to be on them. There are things that the community can do to help support those initiatives, but a lot of that is going to be on the shoulders of those elected officials. So you have to vote in individuals who think the way you think and see things the way you see it to make things happen. Those individuals you believe have the ability to push things forward. Look at some innovative ways, as we talked about, maybe some solar a new solar stadium, relationships with individuals outside of the St. Pete area itself to make some things happen. History has shown in times of adversity, when people come together and work together, things get done. And again, that's what I bring to the table, and I'm looking forward to working with individuals to make this happen. Well, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in and watching, and I thank you for your interest in keeping the Rays here. Again, I'm Gershom Faulkner, candidate for City Council, District 7. Remember to vote November 8th, and go Rays.